Welcome to the Marketing God Podcast, where we provide insights and knowledge to assist you in reaching and engaging with more people. Together, as we apply marketing insights to your good work, we hope to help more people know you, turn to you, and ultimately become loyal to God. This is week number 1, and the week's topic is getting started with foundational concepts. Today, our focus is on loyalty and works with truth number 40 in the book, Marketing God. Introducing your marketing strategist, author, and guide on this journey, Donna A. Heckler.
Our topic today is loyalty, and this comes from truth number 40 in the book, Marketing God, and the title of this truth is, It is All About Creating Loyalty. Now, you heard me right. As we are just beginning this podcast series, we are actually starting with truth number 40. And if you've read the book, you know that that is the last truth in the book. So what are we doing? Why are we starting with truth number 40? In the book, we saved the most important point for the end. We build towards the criticality of loyalty from a marketing perspective, and how to build loyalty and help create loyalty with our parishioners and those who attend our ministries, ultimately to God. But in this podcast, we wanted to start with the end in mind. We want to start up front by explaining what are we trying to achieve? Why are we talking about marketing God? And what is the point of it all? And the point is in Truth 40. It's all about creating loyalty. And we don't just want people to become loyal to your parish or ministry. Of course, that would be wonderful. But the point of all this is for people to become loyal to God. So in each chapter or truth of the book, we always have a Bible verse. And I'm going to start by reading the Bible verse for truth number 40. It's from Ruth chapter 1, verse 16, and it goes like this. Entreat me not to leave you or to return from following you, for where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. And we ask ourselves, what's the applicability here? Why are we using that verse? What Ruth says here is exactly what we want. We want people to be so loyal to God that they not only say, but they also live the very words that are in this verse. They say and live, where you go, I go, God. Where you lodge, I lodge, God. Now, why is loyalty our goal? Why are we starting there? So let me put on my secular hat a little bit here to give you a bit of an explanation. When there is loyalty, decisions are so much easier. When there's loyalty to a particular product or service, there's an unwavering commitment. In secular marketing, we don't want you to have to think about it. We want it to be automatic. We want it to be so common that you don't even have to think twice. You just know what you're going to do. And think about some of the products that you use. Is there a product that you know, you love, you trust, you consistently use, and you don't even think about making a different choice? Perhaps it's a battery, or perhaps it's a soft drink or a cleaning product, even a hotel that you prefer, or perhaps a favorite retail store. What you know is that every time you go to choose that cleaning product, you're always going to choose the same one. And why is that? It's because you know it works. You trust it. You don't have to think about it. You know that you can depend on it, and you're committed to it. And so that's the one you use. What would it look like for people to be so automatically, so loyally turning to God? Let's think about that for a second. So say you have a difficult decision. Something's come up in your life and you've got to make a choice. Instead of just fretting about it, what if you immediately said, well, gosh, I'm going to have to talk to God about that in prayer? What if every last element of what you did immediately caused you to turn to God, to be loyal to God, and to talk with God about it. How different people in our world would be if that's how people were behaving, right? The thing about loyalty, though, is this doesn't happen overnight. It does take a long time to build. And people are going to trip up and they're going to fall. And all of a sudden, you thought that they were coming to your parish every single week and then you don't see them for a while. Or maybe they have fallen a little bit. Or maybe you had them coming to your ministry once a month and now they're not showing up again. What we want to do is keep encouraging them. Keep encouraging them to re-engage, to come back, to reconnect, because this is going to take a while to build that loyalty. And we're going to talk about the path as we go through this podcast series. As we go through the podcast series, I'm also going to try and use some different examples, just to give you a different flavor of how these things can be brought to life. And the example that I want to talk about today is Father Mike Schmitz and his Bible in a Year. If you have been following that, that is simply amazing. Here he is every day reading a few things from the Bible and then commenting on it. And for those who've been following it, this has become no skip. Whether you listen to it in the morning or you listen to it in the evening, your day is not complete if you don't listen to Father Mike Schmitz. And how wonderful that is, because what's happening with this? He's helping you become loyal not just to him, not just to the Bible in a Year. Of course, that's what people are loyal to initially, but what is he really doing? Those who are listening are hearing God's word through the Bible. Who are they ultimately becoming loyal to? They're becoming loyal to God. And what's so fascinating about this is people are hungry for it. Those who love it, oh my gosh, do they love it. And it's showing up in the numbers. Did you know that his podcast is anywhere from the top 25 to 30? Not just in the U.S., but worldwide. He is making a difference. But again, it's not just him. Just like it's not just your parish or just your ministry. He is on the path to help people to be loyal not just to the Bible in a Year, but he's taking down them the path to loyalty to God. And that's what you're doing as well. So then we have to ask the question, well, what are you doing? What are you doing that is helping others become loyal to God? And the thing about loyalty building is it starts with relationship building. Is your relationship with your parishioner, with those who are using your ministry, as your relationship with them grows, they're becoming loyal to you at first, yes, and to what you stand for, importantly. But what are you providing them? You are providing them a pathway to a meaningful relationship with God. And we see that evidence so lovely and so boldly through what Father Mike Schmitz is doing with his Bible in a Year. The point of marketing is to help create loyalty. And I'm going to pause for a second on the topic of loyalty and talk about the title of this book, Marketing God. As soon as I talk to anybody, that's always the first question that pops up. How in the world did you come up with that title? And more importantly, why? And let me be the first one to tell you that, boy, did I struggle with it. I lived in the marketing world, and I know what that world is in corporate America. I know what it is in the secular society. So when the idea of writing a book entitled Marketing God came to me at Mass, I felt like I had to have a whole argument with God about it. I kept going on and on. God, we can't do this. Every time I go to morning Mass at my favorite parish in St. Louis, we would then finish Mass and say the Rosary. And it was as I was saying the Rosary that this thought came to me. And the thought was really important. The thought was, if you can help people be loyal to batteries, can't you help them be loyal to me? If you can help people be loyal to batteries, can't you help them be loyal to me? You see, I used to work in marketing for Energizer batteries, so that phrase was meaningful. And that phrase is a direct quote to something that popped in my head. And as my brain would tell you, my brain did not come up with it. So we know where it came from. The only answer I could give was yes. Yes, I can help people become loyal. And that's the journey that we are going to take together. So, my ending question is, you think about the work you're doing. You think about how you connect with people. You think about your parish. You think about your ministry. Yes, we want them to keep coming back to you. We want them to be loyal to you. But more importantly, we want them to be loyal to God. So what are you doing in your ministry or in your parish to help people become loyal to God? Thank you, friends. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for being here. We are so glad you listened in today. We invite you to join the Marketing God Facebook group, where we share additional tools, insights, and ideas with each other. Are you looking for even more insights? You can purchase the acclaimed book, Marketing God, online at your favorite Catholic bookstore, or for larger quantities through publisher OSV.